I wanted to talk to people today about the two cases we've seen in the last week that are actually part of a national trend that has started since about April of this year, where children have been hospitalized with acute kidney failure requiring dialysis for a period of time after using large amounts of different substances that go by several different names. In particular, herbal incense, spice is another name, and these products come under many different brand names. Spice, K2, Flame 2.0. We don't know exactly what's in these substances, but we have reports from New York, Wyoming, Oregon, Washington State, where children have developed renal failure over the last 6 months. The ingredients are listed as herbal components. You can usually never find what's in there based on what's online. We have one product container, and the product container is labeled, not fit for human consumption, do not consume or smoke. Yet that's exactly what teenagers are doing with it. You can go to YouTube and find reviews of these different products by different people. One example is legal high. Again, just because something says it's herbal or natural does not mean it's healthy. A common set of symptoms that parents may notice would be nausea, vomiting. One thing that seems unusual is not urinating for a couple of days. Headache, changes in behavior more chronically may indicate substance use in general. The cases that I am aware of at this time, about 72 hours after an excessive intake is when the child has developed severe symptoms in kidney failure. The urinary retention part actually occurs almost immediately afterwards, from what I've been able to tell. For the two cases we have here, it seems that in one case there was, the only explanation I've had is a case was used along with other substances, and then the other case was 1 day of heavy smoking are the two examples I have. I can't come down to anything more specific. But in each case that I've been able to find out a little bits about have been with excessive use. But there's another aspect to this that I alluded to earlier, in that even chronic use at lower doses may have some effect on the kidney that we don't understand yet. And so that's an important aspect that even people who are using it casually may need to be aware of. One patient, we've been on dialysis for about 7 days for one patient, and we haven't seen signs of recovery. Our hope, because this is what we call a tubular injury to the kidney, that most of the kidney function will return. But we're learning more and more about acute kidney injury, in this case failure, even though your creatinine number that we use to measure function comes back to a normal range. Everybody still probably carries a bit of scar and tissue, and you've lost some function for the rest of your life. We don't know. We have no comparison set to really judge how things are. Kidney function after an acute kidney injury, or failure in this case, will take 6 to 8 weeks before we really begin to know what baseline function is, but you can still have recovery out to 6 months.
He started showing signs of a stomach virus, throwing up, back aching, just feeling really crummy. 2 days later, he told me, he said, I'm to the point where I've got to go to the doctor. I had no idea that he hasn't urinated in 2 days until we got to the ER. And they asked for a urine sample, and he said, I can't give you one. It's been 2 days. And since that date, he has been breaking out with hives periodically, just severe itching, whelps, mostly on the trunk of his body. And with Benadryl and showers, that would ease up, so I just assumed that it was some type of allergy he was having until this came about. But he was having severe lower back pain and just every 10-15 minutes throwing up for 2 days. Mood changes. He's definitely had some mood changes. Get very irritable at times, and I don't know that this is related to this or not. If it's just your normal teenage mood swings, but he's had some pretty severe ones, and it's a lot of the I think a lot of the same symptoms as pot. Your bloodshot eyes. But flu symptoms are definitely what you need to look for. He's doing better. It's just a slow healing process. His creatinine levels look better this morning, which is good. But he has some good days and he has bad days. Yesterday he was throwing up again. Day before that, he had a better day. He was able to eat better. But he's been a pretty sick little boy. The kids, they like the buzz from it. Sometimes, I guess it can make them hallucinate. So it's like a step up, I guess, from pot. They say it's a lot easier to get than pot. From just things that I've heard, parents can order it, and the kids can get it. I don't know that the kids can actually order it if you have to be 18 to purchase it. From what I've gathered, just talking to some people that I've known in the past, it's still available in stores here. I don't know where, but people are able to go in and purchase it. I couldn't believe it. And my first thing was, we've got to do something. Parents need to know. These kids need to know. They're young. They want to try the new fad, and this is just dangerous. It's terrible. I don't know how people can even make this stuff and let it out, knowing what people are doing, these kids are doing, and adults are doing.